Subscribe to the channel now and share this content with those who also need to wake up to life. Have you ever felt trapped in a routine that doesn't truly represent you? As if an invisible force were trying to convince you to settle for less than you deserve? The reality is that we all, at one time or another, face this inner struggle between the burning desire to succeed and the weight of doubt, fear, and procrastination. But let me tell you something powerful the moment you truly decide to win, the game changes. It's not about having all the answers or waiting for the perfect moment. It's about taking the first step, even with fear, even without guarantees. Because no one can stop you when you commit to your own transformation. You don't need to be perfect or have your life completely planned out. One thing is enough: making decisions and taking action. This simple combination is the tipping point between survival and a meaningful life. And here, you'll learn exactly how to tip that tipping point. Get ready for a practical, straightforward, and clear journey. Together, we'll develop the mindset, habits, and strategies that invincible people use, even when starting from scratch. Ready? Join me. No journey can succeed if you don't know exactly where you're going. Clarity is like a beacon in the fog. It guides your steps, even when everything around you seems confusing. Many people get lost by going with the flow, on autopilot, rehashing the same days and hoping for different results. But those who decide to succeed start from a different point of awareness. Purpose isn't just a fancy word found in self-help books. It's the engine of unstoppability. When you understand why you do what you do, motivation no longer depends on external factors. You create an inner fire, an energy that doesn't easily go out. It's what maintains discipline when the initial enthusiasm fades. So stop now and ask yourself, what is my why? Is it not what others desire, what feels right to you, but what truly burns within you? The answer may be hidden behind layers of fear, convenience, or distractions. But if you have the courage to look deeply, you will find the starting point for your transformation. Starting with clarity and determination doesn't mean having all the answers. It means being willing to search, adapt, and start over as many times as necessary. The strength of the invincible lies in connecting to what motivates them. And when that connection is real, no obstacle can stop you. The pain that paralyzes you today can be the same pain that propels you tomorrow if you choose to use it as fuel. Every winner has experienced setbacks, rejections, and difficult times. The difference lies in how each responds. Some crumble, others transform pain into strength. And it's this choice that separates those who simply survive from those who become invincible. The truth is, pain is revealing. It reveals where the void lies, where it hurts the most, where there's still room for growth. Running from it only prolongs the suffering. Facing it courageously, on the other hand, accelerates growth. We begin to understand that discomfort is part of the process, not a sign of failure. And that changes everything. Thousands of people have given up, unable to bear disappointment, criticism, or mistake. But the Invincibles did exactly the opposite. They used it as a turning point. Pain turned into motivation, anger into action, frustration into clarity. And so, step by step, they built unshakable strength. If something has hurt, scarred, or shaken you, transform it. Take that pure energy and channel it into building a new version of yourself. When you understand that even pain can work in your favor, you stop being a victim and become the author of your story. And no one can stop you when you choose to respond with strength. Amid the constant hubbub of opinions, advice, and judgments, finding your own voice can seem like an almost impossible challenge. But it's precisely by silencing the external noise that you begin to hear your truth, the one that guides wise decisions aligned with your purpose. Unstoppable people know that listening to their inner voice is essential to staying focused and clear-headed. We often allow ourselves to be paralyzed by the fear of what others think. The voice of doubt, reinforced by the comments of others, creates an invisible prison that hinders our growth. Learning to silence these external voices and trust our intuition is an act of courage that builds self-confidence and provides a sense of true freedom. Practice daily moments of silence and reflection, whether through meditation, walking, or simply taking mindful breaks. This interconnection is like a GPS that keeps you on track, even when the path seems difficult or uncertain. The more you listen to your inner voice, the stronger your success-oriented mindset and commitment to your goals will be. Don't let yourself be influenced by social pressure or unnecessary noise. Value your ideas, your passions, and your dreams. It is this voice that, when respected, helps you step out of your comfort zone and act with discipline and focus. After all, no one can be invincible without first truly listening to themselves. Have you ever found yourself accumulating motivational books, courses, and videos, yet still not making progress? It's more common than you think. Knowledge is important, of course, but it only makes a difference when it's put into practice. A successful mindset requires that knowledge be translated into action, otherwise it becomes forgotten good intention. Many people mistakenly believe that knowledge alone will solve their problems. In reality, the real difference lies in the daily application of what they have learned. Small, consistent steps, even imperfect ones, lead to transformation. And you don't have to wait until you know everything to start action is the best way to learn. A powerful habit for those who want to be invincible is to define a concrete action for each lesson learned. For example, after reading a chapter or book on finances, try applying a simple tip to your budget that same day. This strengthens commitment and produces concrete results, generating a sense of progress that fosters discipline. Remember, knowledge is a tool, and an unused tool rusts. So whenever you're looking to learn something new, ask yourself, what am I going to do today to turn this knowledge into change? This attitude gives you control over your life and leads to true success. Discipline isn't an innate gift, but rather a muscle that grows stronger with regular practice. It's that invisible force that keeps you going even when motivation wanes or distractions arise. A positive mindset is born from consistency and commitment to small daily habits that, when combined, create true transformation. Think of discipline as an exercise for your mind and your behavior. At first, it may seem difficult, even uncomfortable, but over time, what once seemed like an effort becomes routine, and what once seemed impossible becomes second nature. This evolution is essential for achieving high performance at work and in your personal life. To create this habit, it's essential to start slowly. Don't try to change everything at once, or you'll likely give up. Choose a simple action, such as getting up at the same time, spending 10 minutes planning or meditating, and practice it daily. Repetition builds your confidence and prepares you for bigger challenges. Remember, discipline separates dreamers from achievers. Without it, clarity, determination, and knowledge lose their power. But with it, you create a solid foundation to keep going, even in the face of challenges. The comfort zone is that familiar, secure space where everything seems under control, but growth stagnates. To be truly invincible, you must accept discomfort as part of the process. Growth requires effort, courage, and often the ability to confront fears that seemed hidden on the surface. Staying comfortable is the key to overcoming stagnation. By deciding to do what's necessary, even if it's difficult or uncomfortable, you begin to push your limits. This is the key to developing high performance and creating daily habits that will truly transform your life. A practical way to start is to challenge yourself to think outside the box every day. It could be a difficult conversation, a new lesson, or simply getting up earlier. The important thing is to understand that true growth happens when you let go of comfort. Over time, the challenge becomes routine, and your comfort zone seems too narrow for your dreams. And that's the feeling of the invincible, knowing that you can go further because you've already faced and surpassed your own limits. Have you ever heard this powerful phrase, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with? Your environment has a significant impact on your mindset and daily habits. Surrounding yourself with disciplined, focused, and engaged people is a real fuel for your personal growth. Toxic environments filled with complaining, negativity, and a lack of ambition sap your energy and undermine your self-esteem. On the other hand, when you surround yourself with people who inspire, challenge, and support you, it's much easier to maintain the perseverance and motivation needed to pursue true success. Actionable tip today. Take stock of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Are they pushing you forward or holding you back? If necessary, make tough decisions. A supportive environment is one of your best allies in building the life you want, whether it's in health, finances, or relationships. Remember, personal responsibility also means choosing where and with whom you spend your time. Creating an environment conducive to your purpose makes all the difference in your true transformation. Surrounding yourself well is a strategic step that few people take, but it separates the invincible from the rest. If you're expecting a magic formula or an easy path to success, know that it doesn't exist. True success is built through consistency, discipline, and a series of small daily actions that, when combined, generate transformation. Anyone looking for quick and easy results is falling prey to an illusion. The idea of shortcuts may seem tempting, but it almost always leads to frustration and abandonment. A success mindset understands that every step of the process is important, including challenges and difficult moments, which are opportunities to grow and strengthen self-discipline. Consistency is therefore essential. There's no need to rush today and give up tomorrow. The secret is to take action every day, even when you don't feel like it. Discipline acts as an anchor that keeps you on course, no matter the storms. Remember, those who build their lives with personal responsibility and a long-term vision know that true transformation doesn't happen overnight. Patience and perseverance are essential to achieving financial freedom, purpose, and peak performance. Have you noticed that truly successful people don't always get perfect the first time? What sets them apart is consistent practice, the daily repetition of good habits that, over time, leads to mastery. It's like learning to play an instrument. Only daily dedication transforms a beginner into a master. Every small effort today, no matter how insignificant, has a significant impact on the future. Consistency is the engine of transformation, and those who understand develop a strong success mindset, focus on action and discipline. Even when enthusiasm is low, turning an activity into a habit requires patience and commitment. Therefore, establish routines that promote growth and eliminate distractions. High performance results from a balance between effort and repetition, generating consistent and lasting results. And never forget, mastery is not a destination, but a journey. Even experts continue to practice, learn, and evolve. By embracing this cycle, you empower yourself to become invincible and achieve the true success you aspire to. It's one of the greatest truths that few people want to hear. No one is going to come knocking on your door with a miracle solution to your problems. Personal responsibility is what separates those who wait and see from those who take concrete action. You are the protagonist of your story, and only you can change its course. Waiting for luck, outside help, or ideal conditions is a trap that traps many people in their comfort zone. A positive mindset understands that power lies in immediate action, even with limited resources and no ideal scenario. Financial freedom, discipline, and transformation begin when you take control. Many people wait until they're fully ready, but that moment may never come. Action, even imperfect action, is a source of learning and growth. The sooner you commit, the faster you'll overcome challenges and develop daily habits that will propel you toward success. Make no mistake, the path to invincibility requires the courage to face this reality and perseverance. The universe responds to those who act, and when you decide to stop waiting, you open the door to profound and lasting transformation. It's no exaggeration to say that your life is a direct result of the habits you cultivate every day. Every decision, even the smallest, shapes your reality, your success mindset, and your ability to maintain discipline. Understanding this is the first step to taking control and fostering the transformation you desire. Habits are repeated actions that become automatic over time. That's why it's so important to invest in routines that align with your purpose and clear vision. A healthy habit, like setting aside time to plan or learn, can open doors you never imagined. If you find yourself repeating behaviors that are holding you back from success, take a moment to reflect, are these habits empowering or limiting you? With this awareness, you can make gradual adjustments that together will generate meaningful change and strengthen your self-confidence and personal commitment. Remember, it's not about striving for perfection. It's about improving a little every day. Consistently adopting good habits is the foundation for becoming truly invincible and building a life of high performance and constant growth. Jim Rohn, one of the best personal development mentors, left behind lessons that are true pillars for those who aspire to be invincible. The first rule is continuous learning. Personal development never stops. Always be open to learning, questioning, and evolving. Another essential rule is to eliminate excuses. Excuses are just stories we tell ourselves to avoid taking action. If something is important to you, you'll find a way. If not, you'll find an excuse. Taking responsibility is what separates those who act from those who wait. Surrounding yourself with the right people is also crucial. Your environment directly influences your behavior and mindset. Those who inspire, stimulate, and support you are essential for maintaining your focus and discipline every day. Finally, do what's difficult until it becomes easy. Anything worthwhile requires effort and persistence at first. The discipline and habits that seem difficult today will become second nature, leading you to a life of high performance and true success. Fear is a powerful emotion that, if left unchecked, can become a real obstacle to personal growth. Many people give up on taking action and pursuing their dreams simply because they fear failure, rejection, or simply not being good enough. But the success mindset teaches us that fear never completely goes away. It will always be there, especially when you're about to take a big step. The difference lies in learning to act despite fear, understanding that it's simply a natural reaction of the body and mind to the unknown. A practical way to manage fear is to identify its true meaning and challenge these limiting beliefs. Ask yourself, what's the worst that can happen? Often, fear is greater in imagination than in reality, and facing it feels liberating and builds self-discipline and confidence. Remember, every time you face your fear and act in spite of it, you grow, transform, and strengthen your daily habits to become truly unstoppable. Time is your most precious resource and also your most fleeting. Without conscious management, it slips away from you, and you find yourself stuck in activities that contribute neither to your personal growth nor to your true success. The key is to prioritize what really matters. To begin, avoid living on autopilot. Plan your day, set clear goals, and organize your tasks to focus on what will bring you closer to your goals. Remember, it's not about doing more, but about doing what matters with discipline and consistency. Pay special attention to time wasters like social media, procrastination, and urgent but unimportant activities. Creating boundaries and habits to better manage your time is an act of personal responsibility and self-confidence. Over time, this practice will become a powerful daily habit that will improve your performance, help you step out of your comfort zone, and foster the transformation necessary for a life of consistent success. Invincible people aren't satisfied with what they've already accomplished. The quest for true success is a never-ending journey, where true growth comes from constantly challenging yourself and constantly striving to reach the next level. A success mindset is built on the desire to improve, learn, and evolve. Conformity implies stagnation, abandonment of goals, and vulnerability to mediocrity. The comfort zone is the enemy of performance and self-discipline. To continue progressing, it is essential to maintain focus and commitment, even when results already seem satisfactory. It's important to understand that success isn't an end in itself, but rather a way of life. Those with this mindset know there's always something new to accomplish, whether it's a better habit, a new skill, or a bigger goal. Therefore, always maintain your curiosity and your desire to take on challenges. This will strengthen your daily discipline, ensure your consistency, and bring you ever closer to the financial freedom, self-confidence, and transformation you desire. Motivation is a powerful energy, but it's also very volatile. It can push you to get started, but it's discipline that keeps you going even when motivation wanes. Understanding this difference is essential for developing a success mindset and maintaining strong daily habits. Many people wait for the perfect moment or the spark of motivation to take action. The problem is, That spark doesn't last forever, it comes and goes. However, discipline, trained like a muscle, becomes a consistent habit that leads you straight to your goals. So commit to taking action every day, even if it's just a little bit. Establish routines, set clear goals, and stay focused, even when you're tired or discouraged. This is what separates dreamers from doers. The consistency generated by discipline transforms your mindset and creates a virtuous cycle of personal development, performance, and self-confidence. This is how you build real and lasting success day after day. The fear of failure paralyzes many people, but in reality, it's part of the journey for those who aspire to be invincible. Every mistake, every fall, is a lesson that strengthens your mindset, develops your discipline, and brings you closer to true success. Failure doesn't mean defeat, it means you're trying, learning, and growing. A positive mindset understands that failure is an inevitable step toward transformation, and that perseverance through hardship is what defines winners. So, when something doesn't go as planned, don't get discouraged. Analyze, adjust your trajectory, and move forward with more experience and confidence. Consistency in action will help you overcome any obstacle. Remember, life isn't about never falling. It's about getting back up every time you fall. And it's this resilience that turns challenges into opportunities and dreams into reality. Seeking approval from others is a habit that can harm your personal development and self-esteem. We often become obsessed with pleasing our family, friends, or colleagues, which distracts us from our true purpose and the clarity needed to be invincible. A successful mindset requires living according to your own dreams and values, not the opinions of others. This doesn't mean ignoring valuable advice, but rather not letting the fear of judgment hinder your actions and commitment to your goals. When you stop relying on external validation, you gain the freedom to act authentically. Focus on daily discipline and strengthen your habits for personal transformation and high performance. Remember, great leaders and entrepreneurs have often been discredited, but they persevered because they believed in what they were doing. Self-confidence comes from taking charge of your life and letting go of trying to please everyone. Many people wait for the perfect moment to act, which, in practice, rarely happens. The success mindset knows that waiting too long can be the worst enemy of progress, and that immediate action, even imperfect, is the key to transformation. Starting without being 100 ready doesn't mean acting haphazardly, but rather taking a first step with what you have, learning and adapting as you go. This develops self-discipline and builds self-confidence, essential elements for a successful life. By taking action despite doubt and fear, you create a virtuous cycle of personal growth. Each small victory strengthens your commitment and keeps you focused on a clear vision of what you want to accomplish. So don't wait any longer. True success belongs to those who decide to act today, even if they aren't fully prepared. The important thing is to get started, because movement brings clarity and allows you to step out of your comfort zone. Every transformation begins with sincere decision, followed by consistent action. A successful mindset isn't just about waiting for things to change on their own. It requires taking control of your life and acting with discipline and commitment. Making a clear decision, aligned with your goal and vision, gives you the direction you need to maintain the focus and consistency essential to creating daily habits that support your high performance. Even small actions, repeated daily, produce results and lay the foundation for financial freedom, personal fulfillment, and self-confidence. This powerful combination is the driving force behind those who aspire to become truly invincible. So, when in doubt, remember, only decisions followed by actions turn dreams into reality. This is a simple but effective formula for a life of real and lasting success. One of the most effective ways to strengthen your commitment to your goals is to share them with others. By verbalizing your plans and goals, you create external accountability that strengthens your motivation and discipline to achieve them. Sharing your progress, challenges, and accomplishments with friends, family, or success-minded communities creates a positive and supportive environment that fosters your high performance and personal growth. Additionally, by sharing your commitment, you inspire others to do the same, creating a cycle of collective transformation that uplifts those around you. The energy generated by the right group can be the key to stepping out of your comfort zone and staying consistent. So don't underestimate the power of words and social connections. Being transparent about your goals is a powerful tool for maintaining focus, clarity, and self-discipline on your path. Time is relentless, it never stops and waits for no one. The question, therefore, is not whether time will pass, but what you decide to do with it while it does. This realization is essential for those seeking real and lasting transformation. When you understand that every minute counts, you begin to invest your time in actions that truly matter, in alignment with your clarity, purpose, and success mindset. You avoid distractions and prioritize what leads you to performance and financial freedom. This careful reflection on how we use our time is a daily exercise in self-discipline and personal responsibility, which prevents us from wasting time in habits and environments that do not contribute to our growth. Remember, in a year, you could be where you are or have achieved what you've always dreamed of. The difference lies in the decisions you make now, because time is on your side and your future depends on what you do today. Now that you know the steps and mindset needed to become truly invincible, the question remains, what will you do with it all? Will you continue to wait for circumstances to change, or will you take control of your life today? Remember, transformation begins with a clear decision and concrete action. Every habit you cultivate, every moment you dedicate to your personal development, is a step toward the real, lasting success you deserve. Don't let fear, doubt, or the quest for approval hold you back. You have the power to change your destiny, overcome obstacles, and become the best version of yourself. The path isn't easy, but it is simple discipline, focus, clarity, and perseverance. I now invite you to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of the content that continues to inspire and challenge you. Share this video with someone who needs to hear this message. And in the comments, tell us what the first step you will take today to become invincible.